Okay, so we fucked that up. Um,
I thought you were saying I don't have many notes or something. I
no,
don't have
okay,
much.
sorry. Here we go. This is where it starts. Just need you to know that I do not have a lot of narrative notes here. I have a lot of feelings, and my pen was burrowing a hole into the pad when I was writing. So I'm going to need you to take the lead on the beat by beat. So I don't have a
I
whole lot of notes.
I got it. I'm loaded up.
Gross. I don't need to know about your private life.
That's,
I
what private life? We have a podcast.
yeah, exactly. All right. So this is season 3, episode 12. Dare I say, one of the best episodes of this franchise yet. I think I may have to eat my words and this
Yeah,
is going to get the silver medal next week because, whew, man, it's looking real tight
I can't
going on
wait.
there.
This my first note. I do like to show the camera.
Hmm.
Is this the best up yet? Is the first thing up here? I think
Yeah.
if as of right now, this is I get iffy on the dummy sometimes, but I'm very happy that I'm
Hmm.
enjoying this cultural juggernaut that you've shown me, and like I'm ready to save this in a time capsule for future generations now, and this may be
Hmm.
the episode I tell people about. Like if I want
Yeah.
somebody to get into it, like, dude, check this out. This is
Well,
this is great.
hopefully the internet still exists and our future generations will be able to access that. By the way, this is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. I am Sunday, the pop culture professor, self proclaimed expert on most
That's
things. Hmm.
that's right. I'm Jeff. I am the resident expert on the service industry side of things, which sometimes plays a part in this restaurant-based reality show. We get a little bit of it
Sometimes,
today. That's good.
yeah,
Yeah, but
sometimes.
it's loose.
Um,
But yeah, I'm
okay.
ready to get into it.
So, in order to give us some catch up context, they were all in Miami. Everybody had such a good time. They were all getting along. Jax is starting to reach out to all his old girlfriends. Then Vale gets the ick. That's important as we go forward in this. Stassi, of course, is betrayed, and Katie is really sad. And as always, forever in perpetuity, Kristen wants to break Tom and Ariana up.
Yeah, well, she needs to. And if she does, she and Tom can, of course, just simply get back together.
Yeah, that is the
That would
only
be it.
barrier. That's the
Yep.
only barrier between these two living happily ever after. So we were just talking about Christina last week. You were feeling a little disappointed with her, remember,
Hmm.
because she was just not acting sweet. She was acting real ugly, as my mom says. And I note, I really, I'm gonna let you talk about their conversation, but I did write down they quote partying, like we're partying tonight, right? I mean that means cocaine, yes.
Well, party famously means cocaine. Like, do you party, but do you party? Like, two parties
Okay,
always make, you got
that
to
might be
throw that in there.
regional.
So partying could be just having some drinks and sexy Stassi coming out.
Well, that might be regional because party kind of unilaterally meant, you know, let's uh let's hit up that white girl.
How about this? If you like to do coke and you say party, then it means that. If you don't and you say party, you just mean party.
Yeah. That has
So
had some dangerous crossovers too. But yeah, so Christina, sweet Christina's back, yeah? At
yeah,
least this scene.
she's closer than the last couple weeks for sure. She's trying to get sexy Stassi to come out. Everyone, of course, is back from Miami, and including Katie, which sucks, according to Stassi. She's very annoyed and upset that Katie isn't the one that told her, she was going. Christina luckily points out, that was for her boyfriend, and I'm in an awkward middleman position here. Um, of course, Saucy only thinks like, well, that makes me feel like an asshole, her doing that. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes when you say other people are making you feel like that, you just kind of feel like that.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
maybe
you're an
she feels
asshole.
like an asshole because she's been a giant flaming asshole
And
for the whole time this season.
this is not the first time in this episode that Christina is going to have to play the diplomat, too, where
Yeah.
she is sort of stating the obvious emotional counterpoint to it. Like, hey, she did have to, kind of kowtow to her boyfriend. Oh, but I did go to Reddit and I was looking at some of the things, and we are going to meet Patrick. Okay.
I
This
thought
is no
so.
spoilers. This is no spoilers. We are going to meet Patrick at the end of this season, and I believe it goes really bad. And a lot of the things that we have been suggesting about Patrick and the way his dynamic with Stassi seems to be true. If anything is, affecting her mood lately and possibly her alcohol bloat, I think we were right on the money for sure. So now that I'm
Yeah.
looking at it through this lens, and I know that Patrick was like mildly, maybe emotionally abusive, maybe, had pitched a fit about being on the show. I'm looking at it a little different now. So I kind of wish I hadn't looked, but because I kind of want to be mad at her because this episode is bullshit. She is
Yeah.
bullshit in this episode.
Be a blissful newbie like me is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly Stassi is, acting like an angry teenager most of the time, which is pretty funny because she drops Christina off like a block from Sir, which is what
Yeah.
you do like when kids are upset with their parents, like when they
Yeah.
want to go to the mall, like just drop me down the road a little bit, like they think they just arrived at the mall from some other magical place
Yeah.
besides
This
like,
bitch wouldn't even drive around. I'm like,
no,
girl, drive around. And I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why they take this shit from Stassi. I mean, I guess Christina's the
they're
last,
starting
one
not
to do
to.
it. Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm
this is
saying.
it.
But all along, though, up until now, I assume that Stassi did not take a heel turn all of a sudden. It seems like, this is who she is, and they've been friends, up until then. So why would this person get to move through the world just being so cranky and gross like this? Which I
I
guess
say
it really.
let's put a pin in that one for a minute because I
Okay.
think it'll come up. It'll come up
Okay.
again. Yeah.
All right.
We are into Sir once
Uh
Christina
huh.
gets in there. We got the whole crew back. We got Kristen ordering a wild drink. Somebody at her table says it, and then she goes, I believe it's a virgin strawberry neat. Which I hope is just a strawberry juice that somebody ordered, but they didn't want to pussyfoot around, so they're having it neat, straight up. That strawberry.
Who's
I don't know.
drinking strawberry juice? And
I
also,
don't
isn't it
know.
not so pulpy and mushy? It feels like it would be
It's
so
probably
like.
something else, but they said it
Gross.
twice like that,
Yeah.
so I just thought it was fun to bring up. We see Katie. We got Sheena. Thanking Lisa, talking about the baller room they had. We have
Um.
a
Look,
Jackson
look.
Lisa moment
I was
again.
just
Like
about to say that.
every episode, pretty much this year, we've got it.
Yeah.
Um,
And it kind of makes you want to look at these, like zoom out a little bit and kind of see who Lisa is leaning on for the tent poles of this show. Because you're
yeah,
right, they're always talking business. And so I think Lisa is starting to identify like who the helpers are, who is
yeah.
going to kind of like nudge things in a way. And Jax, absolutely. Jax is that is her go-to.
Yeah, what's great is too about this exchange. Lisa looks real happy and pleased, and you could tell she was kind of nervous. Like the crew's coming back, like who's going to be hungover, who hooked up with who. Jax of course has that gash above his forehead. like, like who's going to be? Did everybody
Mm,
come back? Who's got handcuff marks around their wrist?
yeah.
Oh, everybody got along. It's great. Now, Sheena
What
takes
a
about
relief.
point 0.1 seconds before pointing out, well, Stassi wasn't around, and usually the drama comes when she's around, like, all right, all right, all right. But like every message received, everything went pretty well.
Well, I think she's just saying what everybody was thinking. Everybody's thinking like, "Oh my god, look how nice this little trip went without the, Ava Braun of the mix." Like, no thank
Yeah.
you. And also editing is piling on a little bit. Maybe just a little bit
She may
to.
be making it easy for them to do that.
Yeah,
We'll
but they
see.
are building up to this scene at the end, and so every side conversation that any of the characters are having, any grievance, is getting aired out as a way to build the rising action to that particular episode or part of the episode.
And thank God, because then we get to talk about whether Jax would give his left or right nut to sleep with Stassi again, which is wonderful. But Lisa sums it up
I,
great with like, it was just an expression. We
yeah,
like we
well,
don't need to get into actually
but
talking about your balls, but that's just an expression, sir.
is it an expression? I mean, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it is. I mean, I could say my right eye, but also too, I'm really uncomfortable with the word nut.
Rightfully
I
so. There's no,
yeah,
I mean,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one in almost any context except for the ones that I feed my crow friends.
yeah.
I don't want you to say it. I don't want you to use it as a noun or as a verb. That is
No, Jax has
wildly
a
cut
way
out.
of talking like you would deep in the kitchen, right up front at the bar in front of everyone. So
Yeah.
that's a fun thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting it full on.
We have Kristen feels completely validated after the Tom conversation. We get a little bit of that. Um,
She is so delusional. Like
mhm.
she is so mixed up about Tom's actual feelings for her, and it just makes me feel sad. I mean, she obviously doesn't have any girlfriends in her life at this moment in the show, because if she was saying this stuff out loud to a actual friend instead of the producer who is just like eating it up with a fork,
Yeah,
they would say,
just like
"Girl,
more.
yeah," and that somebody would tell her and shake her by the shoulders and say, "You are out of your mind." And like editing always does, they cut right to Tom and Ariana being real cutesy about it.
Hmm. And you get a little solo Ariana too. It's like Tom's just being nice. That conversation was just that conversation. Like he's trying to be nice. Let's all move on, and that is what he was saying. Um, but
I well,
that pretty much leaves us exactly where we left off with them.
and
So situation
Ariana,
normal.
she uses that phrase cautiously optimistic, and I said this at the end of last show. I feel sorry for what's coming. It's like a train is coming straight for them, they can't see it, and Kristen is just like riding the rails. She is elated to have this opportunity, and they are just completely caught off guard.
Speaking of caught off guard,
Oh,
to the
this
alley, the first of
no.
I do love this episode. I've already said it, I'll say it again. But
Yeah.
there are some of the most awkward moments
God.
in the history
How?
of this show, which I've only seen about 40 of these episodes. But
Uh-huh.
that's a lot. That's a good amount of Vanderpump. I've seen a lot of alley interactions. This one with Vale and Peter is it's so awkward.
How is this man
Immediately.
fucking so many women? Like, how is this man getting all of the play that pretty much everyone agrees that he's getting with that kind of game? I'm like, ugh, that is. You might as well have just came in there and took a poo on the table. And the fact
Yeah.
that she agreed to it, like I don't know, maybe he's more handsome in person, but it's a hard sale getting over that. Well, are you drunk right now?
Well, yeah. Also, they did agree to two different things. Like they meet up, but they did not agree to meet up in the way the other
Hmm.
one was thinking.
Well, Peter renegotiated it without her consent, because he even
That's exactly right.
when he's telling Jax at his apartment, he tells Jax they're going on a coffee date, right? And
Yeah.
so that is what he switches it up, but they're also sort of laboring under a couple of different ideas about the state of the things. So she kind of denies to Peter about like hooking up with Jax, or had something going, a flirtation with Jax, which we know for a fact she did have one, but
Yeah.
she leaves it open to interpretation because she got blackout, and maybe she slept with him, maybe she didn't.
She definitely says whether she did or didn't, it's like nothing's happening with the Jax situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
But she does get advice from t-shirts also. So
Yes,
I don't know. She is
and
a little
and
up, a little
God,
down.
did
Yeah.
you make it? Yeah, did you remember what she said about God's advice about blackouts?
Well, that's from the t-shirt
Yeah,
that
what
God
T-shirt?
says don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's a T-shirt that says "Don't worry about it."
That's where she got it from. It's God's
How do
way
you
of
know that?
saying she said it on the television program that we were
She
discussing.
said it was from a T-shirt.
She saw this t-shirt recently and it said God
Oh,
that blackouts are
well,
God's little way of saying don't worry about it.
well, you know what? We get our wisdom where we can. Okay, we're just taking it
And
wherever we could get it.
again, end of the day, she's not going forward with the Jack situation. I'm all for it. She is hitting on Peter a little bit, and
Okay,
luckily, for better or worse, that's not the end of that. We'll see.
awkward. So let's count the awkward encounters. That's awkward
This is a
encounter
big
number
one.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
Then the next one is this is the one where Christina and Katie are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The trip went pretty well. Katie's real nervous about Stassi. It's kind of hanging over her. They haven't really talked other than that 1 second, very weird conversation in front of Lisa that we saw. And then Christina delivers the news from Stassi that her and Katie's 4 year friendship is pretty much over.
yeah.
Just pretty much like that's the end of a friendship, and you delivered it through someone
Did
to a
Stassi
former
ask her to do
coworker and
that?
friend of yours. I mean, I think
Did
I think so. I don't think there's any way Christina takes that upon herself to say that.
yeah? I was wondering
That's
that
a
because
strong
I
that's a
don't think
strong
we
one.
saw the clear directive from Stassi, but maybe off camera or maybe whatever got cut, there was a nudge that hey, you need to do this for me. Which what a terrible errand to be
Yeah, and
tasked
there's
with.
no also Stassi later would have been like, I never said our friendship was over. Where did you get that idea? There's no there's no world in which Stassi is like, I never. So, I mean,
Yeah, I
she,
mean,
I think, did have to deliver the news, however awful it was. I mean,
yeah,
no
she
wonder she
totally.
feels so trapped in this weird middleman position because she's not even like a A-list star on the show, right?
I
I mean, she's
know.
great, but she's kind of second tier. But she's in the same push and pull, but not getting the same notoriety, what I'm seeing. And that's, why I
Yeah,
think she's doing such a great job all the time. But, Katie's staying strong here.
I like to think too that that's maybe a choice on her part. It makes me have more respect for her.
That she's
To
not front and center as much. I
that
bet
she's
so
like
too.
she dips in and out, kind of like Peter does.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, I don't know if Peter's choosing that. I think that
I do. I think yeah. I think Peter is like he cannot. I think he loses his wits when the camera's in front of him. Like I think that he gets like jumbled and he doesn't know how to act. Nothing else would explain his fucking behavior when he's talking to Vale. And there's been a few other Peter incidents where he is just. It's like Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. It is so
oh no.
hard to
Mm,
watch.
we did not. Oh boy. All right. That says it
But
right there.
but breaking up with somebody for somebody is rough.
I mean, and they've been friends for a while. We show like a little friendship reel later on. I mean, they really
Yeah.
were. There's I whatever reality TV's garbage. Like I believe they're really friends. They were friends
Yeah.
before we ever saw them on this show. So
They're friends today in
whatever.
real life. Yeah. Well, I don't
Yeah.
mean to spoil it, but
I don't
15 years
know.
later. Uh, well, so we're back in the recording session where Sheena has to sit down on the bed. Is that where we're up
Yeah,
to?
we're coming up on another awkward moment here. Yeah, we've got
Okay.
the Sheena. She's getting married soon. Did
Really,
you hear? Yeah,
yeah, she
Sheena's
hasn't
getting married
mentioned it,
soon.
but
Yeah, well, she's having
she
some seating chart drama.
she's
Wants
going
everybody
full
in on
on.
that. Yeah,
Assigning tables and shit like that. She's like going full on. Let people sit
yes.
where they want to, everybody.
A few things for sure. She loves talking about the wedding, and she loves. If there's one thing she might love more than planning for this wedding, it's her new phrase, obvi. She loves saying obvi. I think that's half the episodes this year we've gotten it. I mean, that's a wild one, but I love it for it fits for Sheeta though. I like it. And Jax's dating life is ruining her seating chart,
Well, I
which
mean, I think you could just leave the phrase seating chart out, leave it blank, and everybody in that room could say, Jax's dating life is ruining my blank. Because
right.
this man's poison is just emanating out into the wild. But I don't understand why the women keep falling for it. Like Carmen comes back to have lunch with this man, entertaining this man after she read him for filth, didn't even get her pizza. And now she's texting back and forth with him and meeting him for lunch.
Yeah. Also Sheena drops the bomb that she is performing at the wedding.
I like my heart dropped into my butt because
Absolutely.
I was like, please don't be true. Please don't be true. Please don't be true. But haha, joke's on us.
Yeah, they're still I think they're just tweaking shake that is what they're working on here, it sounds like.
Yeah, but I don't know if James has the better of the two, but he definitely keeps the beat a lot better. And so maybe that is what is attracting me to whenever he does it for her, when he just demonstrates how to do it and he
Yeah,
stays on time. I mean, the bar is really low for, my knowledge
uh,
about rap music. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, at least he's keeping
Rap.
the rhythm.
If I've got to drop one of these two people randomly into the music scene of Los Angeles 12 years ago, like, and see which one has more legs, like, James is my horse here. And not just
Yeah.
because he looks a little horsey. I just mean
Yeah.
he's the one that I'm going to bet on and be like, you'll figure out something. Like, she's more, I don't know why I have all these horse metaphors, but she's kind of a more one trick pony. And,
Just
he's
a
got
horse girl
more.
now.
Yeah, I'm going to Kentucky soon, so there it
That's right.
is.
You're getting
Yeah,
ready.
Audrey's rubbing off.
Hmm.
I'm doing stand up tomorrow night at the Ha
Oh,
Ha Hole,
oh
and
my God. Not the ha ha hole. What's the name of your sex tape?
we got a line from Shay though. I think it's his biggest. It's like two sentences.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
got past me. What was it?
one line. He's just talking about the seating chart situation. I think it doesn't matter. It's just I'm just pointing out that
God.
he had something.
Shay, like have something. Have
Oh, it's
something to
about
say.
yeah, have something to say, which is they're talking about Tom and Jax being weird at the table in
Why
Miami,
is he there
but
then? Why is he agreeing to film?
there's no new revelation about it. Like they were talking about it,
Oh,
like James texted Kristen about that in the moment it was happening. Nothing new has
yeah.
come as of right now.
Well,
Um,
this is also a build up for a later thing that she's going to drop on a set of LA Stairs later. So I think the editors, or that's what I'm saying, they're really trying to get us to a place later, because there's some emotional investment here.
yeah, and Kristen
Because
gets like too excited to talking about the Tom thing. Like James is immediately unhappy with it again. Like he is tired of the Crandoval fallout in a big way.
mm,
Now he says it's because he's Mr. Right here. But he's just tired of hearing about it. And I think we're in week 3 at least of me feeling for James, which
yeah,
up until a few weeks ago was a thought I thought this guy just had perennial chump on his forehead and we were going to move on down the road. Like I
yeah.
have feelings about like I'm sorry about the situation James is in multiple weeks in a row, not
Well,
somewhere I saw us going.
my chair fell. Did you
You
see
just
me?
shrank. You shrank.
My chair fell. Sorry, y'all. Um, um, I think Kristen has that power, right? Like she'll make anybody the victim in a
Oh,
situation because she just goes
absolutely.
so
Yeah.
full hard. She goes so full on that it's like anybody is the needs to be protected from her because she is so single minded. And okay, well, I'm going to get to that. I've got some feelings, some real feelings,
So
and
will she. She'll have more to say about it later, so don't
and
worry.
I want to say this too. I have watched all 9 episodes of Love Is Blind, and those men on Love Is Blind Ohio make these folks look like gentlemen. Okay.
Oh
I
no.
mean, yeah, you think 2015, 2014 was bad? Mm-mm. I'd put Jax Taylor against all of them. These folks, they're trash. So I have a newfound appreciation for our WeHo dummies after watching
Hmm.
Love Is Blind.
Well, let's consider the bar where we're
Yeah,
measuring.
well, it's in hell. Yeah, it's in hell. All right. Before I fell off my chair,
We're getting
where
ready
were
for
we?
your big lunch. We got Jackson Carmen
Oh my
at the
gosh! Like,
Sunset Grill.
yeah,
Um,
is this a
not
repeat?
no, first
Sunset
time I
Grill?
think we're there. I was just excited because of the song. I guess Big Don Henley down
Yeah,
at the
I'm very
Sunset
familiar
Grill.
with Don Henley's catalog, sure, and I can bring it up in a moment too because it's so part of my modern frame of reference. But kids, ask your parents about Don Henley.
Maybe your grandparents. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah,
I
one
did some
hundred
digging.
percent.
It's not the original Sunset Grill. They had to change the location, so don't get too excited.
Man, I mean the what other podcast could you have this kind of in depth reporting? It's breaking news.
Yeah. Who else could you eat lunch with who's already ordered for you and is eating off your plate? What a lovely combo. Like,
What's the what? How do you feel about this move? Because
it's
the, I,
horrible.
yeah, did he only have enough money to pay for one meal?
No, I think he's paying for both. I think he kind of wanted to eat. I think he's eating his feelings that day and just felt bad because Carmen doesn't eat a thing. He's over there smacking his fucking gums off the whole time, dipping in her sauce, and she hadn't even shown up yet.
That, I mean,
Yeah, we do. We start with like a little bit of their breakup, and Jax recaps for us. Like, well, we broke up at a pizza place. Like, yeah, dude, we saw that. Like, I still don't know if he's learned that all these things are being recorded. I'm no,
and that we're watching him.
I mean, I get like reiterating, like, I mean, we broke up at a pizza place. It wasn't the best, but like, yeah, dude, I know, we know,
Was
it wasn't
that
that long
this
ago.
season or season two that him and
Oh, that's
Carmen
this
broke up?
year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
God, it feels like he's just done so much in the in between here that it feels like a long time ago, especially with Miami. He was doing some real texting work in Miami.
Yeah, and which she immediately calls inappropriate. And then
Yeah.
is like, "What did I text you, by the way?" And he's like, I don't know." It's like, I said, "Go be with your girlfriend." Like, that's a great answer there. Great answer.
Yeah, but she's a big talker via text, but she absolutely meets him. And then does she agree to go to the wedding or does she agree not to like be mad that they're sitting together?
Yeah, they're not going together. As what we see, they don't agree to go together, but she tells Jax she's not going to stay with him that night. She tells him straight up, "I don't trust you." I love when they say, like, they're not beating around the bush with him. Like, oh, like she asked if they broke up, and it takes him up, of course, awkward minute to be like, yeah,
And they
yeah. And
100% did break up though.
right. But which he says, but she's still like, "I don't believe you." And it's like, no, nor should you at all. That
For
guy could
sure.
tell you his name is Jason, and you should actually be like, "No, I think it's something else, actually. I
You
think
know.
there's something."
Well, I mean, the thing is, he's already told a couple of other people that they did break up or that it was, separating or complicated. So I've kind of lost track. I've lost the thread of what's the truth and what's false. But they for real broke up then. So Tiffany is no more.
As far as I know, she is not.
Okay.
And you're kind of like, why is he even back here doing this? Like, if he can go be with whoever, but he lets us know she's the best. Carmen's the best he's ever had in the sack, and according to him, he's the best she's ever had. So
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
that's why
But
they both are like half into this. Like, should we get into this again? Like, at least I see a benefit. Now there is no like, I don't get it at all. Like, at least I get it a little bit. Like,
well, I'm just gonna say this. Every woman has told every man she's ever slept with that she's stayed with for a little while.
yeah,
Every relationship a woman's
you
ever been
have
in, she
mentioned
has
that.
told them that that's the best sex. So, like, I think we should take that with a grain of salt. Now, she might be excellent for him, which I
Right.
am. I'm reluctant to believe that. Like, I bet he drinks and snorts so much. I bet he couldn't if a gun was held to his head.
Yeah, he doesn't stop with the invitations though. He even tells her, like, "Hey, let it ponder. Not you ponder it, but let it ponder." Which, I'm glad we're in season 12 and now we have "Let It Sizzle."
Let it
That should be on
sizzle.
there. That should be
That
on
was
there
your
either.
favorite.
Yeah. I also like he tells us about his approach to Carmen with the usually when I want to get back with a girl, I'd wine her and dine her and then wear her down, which there's so much to this, like usually when you're getting back with a woman, like this happens so much to you. You have a game like Jax, who plans horribly for nothing, actually has a plan of attack on ex-girlfriends he wants to get back with for some reason. Like, so that's been a theme for a long time, not just the past couple of
Well,
years that we've seen.
I'm
But
more concerned with the wear her down
that's, yeah,
bit.
as you should be. Yes. Like, I wine her and dine her. That sounds nice. Then I just wear her down. Like, boy, that doesn't.
Yeah, because that doesn't sound a whole lot like consent to me. That sounds a little like, no thank you. But I will say this, the men of our generation were also told, like, persistence is the way. Think about like Lloyd Dobber standing out in the rain after she had told him no. So, I mean, he is was a whole generation ahead of these people. Carmen literally just graduated college. So,
Yep.
he's working from a different model.
But I just like that it's happened that often. I don't know if anybody else has a definite playbook about that same thing.
Yeah. So Katie, or so we're talking about Katie, and this is Katie and Stassi, or she's like wanting to talk it out with Stassi, right? And that's what's next.
First up, we got Peter and Vale at the host stand. We got some people opening up at Sir.
Oh, mine's
I hate to tell you this, but there is an awkward Vale and Peter moment here. About the buttons on the shirt, which kind of hand you're using. Like it's all horribly not well suggestive. We see Tom and Ariana, who are like the audience's view in this, like they kind of see
yeah.
it and they're like, they could tilt their head like a confused dog. Like, I don't know if I like what I'm seeing here. And they
Horrified.
shouldn't. They can't even hear it. We can hear it. Like, I think it's palpable if you couldn't even see it. Like, Tom and Ariana, always playing it cool as hell, are pretty close to like, as they're watching, this is
But
the most, like, I've
see,
ever seen
this
them react.
is further proof that this man, how is he getting laid? Who's what woman is like, wow, he's really smooth? That's what I'm saying. He just has no, like, on camera, he just sort of like Johnny Five, no disassemble. He just
I,
does not, doesn't have it.
I do think that, you think I'm being naive when I'm like, I don't know if they, were fucking. They were just hooked up off screen, and they are 100% always doing that anyway. Peter, I think when we see him with a woman and they leave, not necessarily the case. Jax gives him about a 10% on the closing it scale. So I
Well, we've
don't
heard
think when we
so
see
much.
Peter paired off with somebody, that means it definitely happened. I think
Well,
that
Peter
means
has an
they might have
announcement.
hooked
We
up.
saw Peter's big announcement in the 2026 one. Isn't he expecting a baby?
Yeah, with a Russian mob boss lady.
Yeah. How old's Peter?
I'm gonna say, let's see,
He's
what,
probably
early
40.
40s?
I mean, if he was early 30s,
Yeah,
then that was 15, that was 10 years ago. So yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
I'm gonna say 42ish. Yeah.
That's not too old. I was thinking he was a little bit older, closer to my age. There'd be no way I'd be having a baby. Well, first off, my eggs are powdered right now, but just the energy that it takes.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, for sure. But just the energy that it takes
Yeah.
to, have a newborn. But
Now is here when we get Shorty coming in and
oh yeah. Is
talking
this
about a
who's wearing the
smooth
hat?
dude. Yeah, he has a bad, I'm just gonna say it's bad. I don't need to say like dumb or stupid or doesn't fit. I'm just gonna say it's a bad hat. And that's
Okay.
leave
Bad
it
hat.
at
Got
that.
it. Got it. It's a bad hat.
Yeah, Katie's talking about the trips. Pretty much she had fun and Stassi sucks. This is when Lisa coined Stassi
Cosign.
Island.
Yeah.
Like she's just keep, and you and I have talked about this. Like she's kicking
hmm
more and more people away from her,
I
and
think she
Lisa straight
even
up calls it.
I think that she even used that phrase too, that she feels like she's on an island.
Yeah,
And folks, I think Stassi's used that phrase about herself, too.
yeah,
That
and they're all talking, and of course here's little Sheena just pipes up out of nowhere. I'm like, what do you? Why are you here? What's going on?
so, look, this is Sheena's comeback era.
I
She's like, I
know.
had a bad season two. There's no way I was not a present for the first half of this
Yeah,
shit. She's like, nope, I am on. I got it. I'm here. I signed up. I got the assignment. Give it, because she is in every scene. Like, even if she's just peeking around the
she
corner, like she's in
Lisa
every
cuts her
scene.
off. Like she's in the mole, the mole game at
Uh
Chuck E.
huh.
Cheese or something.
Whack a mole.
That's Sheena. Sheena is
hmm
coming up. Lisa gives her the whack, even though Tom Schwartz standing right in front of her, wearing denim where you shouldn't have denim on your body, wearing leather in a place you shouldn't have that kind of leather on your body, with that hat that just looks horrible
The
and
hat.
hot. Yeah, it's
The
bad.
whole cast is doing some hat work. Kristen's doing some hat work later too. That I was kind of like, ooh, questionable.
I know, but yeah, with that Peter and Valen especially, another very awkward moment in this episode.
Um, and I mean, Peter is just acting real crazy generally. You know what I mean? Just not even crazy, just like awkward generally. Even like later when Jax is coming over to, like, I don't know, help him get ready or something. Just the way that he's even holding his frame, it's like he's never been on Earth before. It's like, oh, what do I do with my body, my hands? He's just acting so strange, and it's just I don't read this from Peter before now.
No, according to my notes, that whole thing at later in Peter's scene, awkward. Is what I have.
Hmm.
A new phrase for this episode. Yeah.
Maybe it's the Princeton of it all. Maybe he's feeling a little intimidated by Princeton.
Well, he's going about it a weird way to cope.
Yeah. Hmm.
Before that, though, we have Kristen and Rachel, who's a stand-up. We love some more stand-up action on here. I know you
Stop
do.
trying to make stand up happen, Vanderpump Rules. Stop
But
it.
her ex is none other than Jax Taylor.
Oh yeah, that's how they met. That little
So she's the
triangle.
one that introduced Kristen and Tom,
Cursed.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little history, a little American
Yeah.
history from us
Yeah.
for us right
Some
here.
VPR lore, as the season 12 kids would say.
And wouldn't you know it, now fresh back from Miami, and here's
Mm,
Anne Marie, aka Miami Girl, who's
mm,
threatening to come out there now. But we do get one juicy tidbit, I guess, one
okay.
detail from Anne
Okay.
Marie.
Yes.
Are you aware of what, do you recall
I'm
what
going to
this one
make you
is?
say it. I want to make you
You
say it.
want me to say small shaved penis.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're going to
Uh,
get me to say small shaved penis a whole bunch. If you're going to make me say it, then I'm going to really get into
you're
it.
just going to commit to the bits.
Kristen
And
is straight up like, that's it.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
she's deadpan in the camera. She says, accurate. I was like, oh God. And like, what is happening in Sandoval's, bathing suit area that everybody's like commenting on it? And like, how do you shave a penis? Why do you need to shave a penis? I
It's
mean,
one of those things
I
you
have
didn't think
questions.
about his pubic hair region at all, and as soon as somebody brings it up after you've seen what he does with every other hair on his body, there's part of me that's like, well, god damn it, now I kind of just want to see it. What, like, let's just see it. And now that I'm thinking about it, why don't you just
And
show us
wasn't
all
there a
what's going on
mention?
down there?
Yeah, and there was a mention of some shape situation or something that Kristen immediately identified. There was some markers that were.
I think just small and shaved was it. I don't remember a shape.
Stop
Maybe
saying small and shaved.
you asked me to describe it, and that's all I've got
Mm-hmm.
to work with. I am
Fair enough.
wondering. She said Jax told her, like before Anne Marie got in touch with her, that Jax is the one that told her. So there's still something weird
Well, so
there.
they're
I don't
in,
know
yeah,
what
but they're in like
exactly.
a gossip cycle, like like the
Oh,
snake that's eating its tail, because so like Kristen's getting this from a third party, but that third
Ouroboros.
party, yes, Ouroboros is a very hard word for me to say. But like she's getting it from, it's just that the machine is feeding itself. There is no empirical evidence. There's no third source verification. It's just all of it is just cycling around. And now I think next week we might get some
Yeah, yeah,
evidence. I tried to
yeah.
get you to watch that one too, but you held off on it because this is going to be a doozy next week too.
I couldn't get past this one, but now is when we go to Peter's apartment.
Okay,
Um,
this is weird.
it starts off with, it's like, hey man, he's talking to Jax. Like, I see you're on your phone again. It's like, yeah, I'm doing some work stuff.
What work stuff?
What are we classifying as work stuff that Jax is doing out in Peter's hallway on the phone?
Is Tinder work stuff? Is taking a picture of your junk and texting it to people unsolicited? Is that work stuff? Because just hold on to that. In 2012, you could. I mean, 2025, you could be making money off that.
Yeah,
Jax was ahead of
yeah.
his time. He was ahead of his time.
In some ways, yes. In some ways, a pioneer. I'm sure.
I mean, 2014 Jax would kill on OnlyFans. He would kill
Absolutely.
because
I
he would have
hate
no
I hate to
boundaries.
tell you this, but I thought about it out of nowhere the other day. I was like,
Hmm.
man, I don't know when that started, but if it had at the same time Vanderpump started and he went down that road
Man,
instead, we'll look at
everybody
it.
in America would have seen Jax Taylor's penis.
Yeah. Not small and shaved or small and shaved. We don't know.
I don't know. He is smaller than he looks in terms of height, so it could go either way.
But Peter's talking about his date with, he's awkwardly talking about him and Vale awkwardly going to go out after she was quote unquote all over him.
Yes. Oh,
Um,
wait. No, no. We cannot blow past that. That is a mischaracterization of what happened
yeah,
in
it
a big
is.
way. And it's gross that Peter would tell that story out loud. Like, Peter's typically a little bit more gentlemanly, or at least he's muted his dirt bag. But that is a really gross, that really screams, high school boy telling his friends that he slept with his girlfriend when he didn't. That is not nice. Shame on you,
Yeah.
Peter.
to top it off, this is when Jax starts talking about how he's got zero game. Not a good look for anybody on the show to have their good friend and using his confessional time to talk about how you have zero game. They both go down the roster of SUR employees that they've slept with. This is
Hmm.
classy. This is just a nice thing to air out there.
Yeah, they're just also incestuous too. They're all just out here like fucking each other. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like one big connected chain that get I don't know. And isn't it too? So also, is this where Peter admits that he chose Stassi over Katie, or is that later?
No, he told Vale that,
That's what I'm saying. He told her
which
that,
is
but like he was seeing them at the same
bizarre.
time. Yeah, he was seeing them at the same time. And also, I don't think we appreciate Katie enough in this particular podcast. I think that we should really point
I
out
think we've given her appropriate
not
uh
enough,
yeah,
not enough.
I'm with you.
This
I'm with you. It can't be enough.
this is a
Why
Katie Maloney Stan podcast.
are you talking about how great Katie is just to get away from talking about the Peter bedroom situation?
What? Yes. Also, are
He's
they
going on
using
a
the?
date that day. There's potential for a woman to come back to his apartment
Oh, yeah.
that day. I'm not saying it looks good if no one's coming over there, but I've been a single guy a couple of years younger than Peter before.
Hmm.
Your house, you're getting it in order. You know, like, if
Well,
there's a
I mean,
chance, like I'm going
at
out, I'm thinking about it, like take a look around, my man. You know,
I mean, at the very least, wash the sheets.
he kind of looks like he's like when Jax even pointed out, by the way, Jax pointed out how messy your place is. Let's
You
just,
know what though? Remember when we visited Jack's apartment? It was very neat. Patrick Bateman had a very neat apartment as well. I
yes, there's
think
a lot of
Jack's.
things that get you to clean up if you're got a lot of extra energy around the house and you're the only one there and you happen to be awake all night. It's very easy to keep your house in order.
Man,
Um,
as much
but
as we talk about cocaine, it really won't make me be a drug addict. Allegedly, we talk about cocaine a lot on this podcast.
we have a hard enough time corralling ourselves to do this without any. I
Fair
don't know if
enough.
that's going to add to it.
Yeah,
Or,
don't want
but
me on
Peter doesn't
cocaine.
even look convinced. Like he's looking at the bed like, do I need to change it?
Right.
Like, dude, the pillowcases aren't even on all the way. Let's do something over here.
Was the mattress on the floor, or did he have a bed
On the
frame?
floor. Oh, no.
Oh
He's
my
on the,
god.
and then like there's open condom wrappers around. I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
Making a
Awkward.
note of Peter's disgusting bedroom to check out later.
Well, don't worry about a crappy bedroom because we've got a nice, roomy, luxurious studio for you to examine in the upstairs of Stassi's apartment up next.
Mm. Where she's getting her statement necklace business off the ground.
Sunday, I've already said a bunch of things in this episode were awkward. I sat up in a way, I'm
Yes.
getting chills right now thinking about it. I sat up the first time I watched this so quickly and sharply, like I had just like Poltergeist had flipped on in the middle of the episode. And again, when it happened the second time, I was like, I did myself a disservice by not reminding myself this was coming up. Um, yeah, she's doing statement pieces and her chevron paintings, and that's in her studio.
Yeah, she's really given 2014 with both the oh shit. I've got to stop. I got to go. I've got a meeting that I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. I just got an email.
Okay,